What is good? We're back. We got a little fun show for you today. We're going to take the 2025 rookie class, some players from there, and put them up against existing veterans, play a little versus, kind of what that pick's worth, if you will. We've done this already a few times in the offseason, and we'll do it plenty more. We've already talked about Genty, Hampton, Caleb Johnson, Cam Ward, Shador, Tet in one. So we're going to take maybe the back half of kind of where we presume the first round is in Superflex tight end premium rookie mocks, and we're going to talk about Tyler Warren. We're going to talk about Travis Hunter, a little Luther Burden, Treyveon Henderson, and maybe some Egbuka if we can get to it. Austin, what's up, man?
What's good, dude? Happy to be here. Happy to talk ball. Happy to talk rookies. Casey, you know how it is, man.
Oh man, this is fun early on. You know, obviously as we dig in and get a little more information, and we'll get to the combine and things will change, and then we'll get to the draft and things will change. But we're going through video, going through all the analytics, all the numbers. So this is a fun exercise to start getting a baseline of how you feel about these guys. And again, it will change as the season rolls on, but it's always fun to do. And I know the listeners really enjoy these. So let's start off with Tyler Warren. I would assume most people's tight end one. Just a 6'5", 6'6", 260-pound tight end monster out there. Let's put him up against. I think we're taking Bowers and McBride still first over Tyler Warren. Would that be correct for you, Austin?
Without question.
All right, so let's slide down the scale a little bit, and we'll stick with tight ends for now, and then maybe we'll throw them up against a couple guys afterwards. Let's slide down the scale. Let's go Sam Laporta. Little bit of a down year from Laporta. There's some mouths to feed. Jameson Williams has emerged. Sam Laporta or somebody like Tyler Warren here?
Yeah, give me Sam Laporta here.
All right, I'm already going Tyler Warren, so I like it.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm smitten.
Okay.
I'm smitten. TJ Hawkinson.
I think this is a more appropriate range, right? Casey, look, like not to get off track here, but I know Brock Bowers just turned into the GOAT after just 1 year. I know Sam Laporta had the most unbelievable rookie campaign prior to Brock Bowers, but just a simple reminder, like this doesn't happen often. I know it's happened recently now twice, but it's rare. And I know this kid looks special, right? It took him kind of 4-5 years to really go nuclear in college. Tyler Warren, that is, right? Very different, right? Brock Bowers obviously breaking out at 18 years old. Tyler Warren's 24 now. And so just something to keep in mind, but
I like it.
Because sometimes I think we just kind of have to take a step back, man, and look at the big picture. So I'm still taking Bowers. I'm still taking Sam Laporta. But you said TJ Hawkinson. TJ, dude, how old's TJ now? Is he 28?
28.
Jeez, man. 27.
He's 27 currently. So I would assume going into next season 28. I don't know his birthday.
Give me Warren. Let's have fun. Give me Tyler Warren.
And Kincaid, talking about how good years can be, and then kind of slipped away from you here. Had a good rookie year, a bunch of catches. Thought it would be there. Are you safely taking Warren over Kincaid, or?
I would prefer Tyler Warren here, but God, I think Dalton Kincaid is a screaming buy low right now, man. I mean, he's 25 years old. I think, we saw James Cook just score 1 million rushing touchdowns this year. Not going to replicate that again next year. I know Josh Allen is always finding the end zone, but positive TD regression is heading Dalton Kincaid's way, man. And he was a great prospect. He had a really, really strong rookie season that was obviously overshadowed by Sam Laporta's. So, man, I think it's kind of wheels up for Dalton Kincaid in the near future. I'm very much in on him. I still want Tyler Warren over him, though.
All right, let's say, or with not a lot of tight ends to go through, that cliff falls off fast, right? So let's switch to a position player here. I would say Tyler Warren's anywhere, and Superflex tight end premium, anywhere from a mid first to a late first, right? Presumably,
closer to mid, in my opinion. Yeah.
How about Chris Olave? Would you basically take the first, the mid, let's just call it middle late first rounder, or Chris Olave? And we'll keep Tyler Warren's name in there, but if we're kind of pick valuing, are you ready to move on? I get a million questions about Chris Olave. I think both of us really like Chris Olave. When he's healthy, he's good. Quarterback situation, we're not sure. Coach situation, we're not sure. I think Olave's good. We've seen him have really good stretches. Obviously didn't come back at the end of this year because why would he? What would you do there? Reroll? I mean, I can understand the hate because people like results, and it didn't give you what you wanted through the season here. So,
Casey, I got to stop you for 1 second. You can't say you think Chris Olave is good. You know Chris Olave is good, man.
Fair enough.
I mean, he's really God, here's another great buy low. Give me Chris Olave to answer your question over Tyler Warren. This is a really good question, though. Like, Olave missed 2 games during his rookie campaign, still had over 70 catches, still had over 1,000 yards. He really hasn't had a great quarterback play, right? His second season, he had almost 90 catches. He missed a game that year, had over 1,100 yards. Look, man, this year he would have put up another 1,000-yard season without question if he just stayed healthy. This type of production is a mid-first, right? Give me Chris Olave all day over a mid-first, right? And I know Tyler Warren's right in that range. So, yeah, I'm walking away at Chris Olave here. I am going to be all over him in redraft this year. He's going to be a value. I think you should be buying him right now in Dynasty. Go get Chris Olave.
All right. Well, I've pulled up a mock here, and back-to-back Jalen Waddle and Chris Olave went. So how about Jalen Waddle as another? And we'll probably use maybe both of these guys as some more examples as we go on. And I know we both like these as kind of buy lows, right? So that's why I kind of threw it out there, because I know some people want to sell and re-roll that first, which, hey, I understand it hasn't really given you everything you wanted to this season right now consistently. So I think most people probably have Waddle over Olave still. So I'm going to assume it's Waddle for you here as we move on. But what do you think?
So Waddle's he might be a hair lower for me, but I still want Jalen Waddle, man. And look, if Tyreek Hill,
a year and a half older or so, I think Waddle than Olave.
Darn. Well, I guess I can't have him now, right? No, we're still rolling with Jalen Waddle. So. You saw what was going on with Tyreek Hill not too long ago. I know it kind of sounds like things are getting a little bit better, that relationship is coming back. Look, if Tyreek is serious, if he's not joking, man, and he does leave, you better believe it's wheels up for Jalen Waddle, right? I mean, this is a wide receiver who had 1,350 plus yards in year 2 with a legit wide receiver 1 in front of him. Man, I view Jalen Waddle very similar to Chris Olave in regards to not only their age, but their production, right? Because they've had over 70 catches and 1,000 yards every year of their career, except they both missed that this last year because they both got hurt, right? So, Casey, I'm gonna take a step back again and give me the wide receivers here.
All right, well let's move on to a different player. Let's go Travis Hunter and assume he's playing wide receiver, right? Because if he doesn't, then this is a moot point. But it would seem, through fantasy circles, it seems like we're talking about Travis Hunter as a wide receiver. So let's get a glimpse inside the mind of how high and how highly we think of Travis Hunter and where he would kind of fit in with if he was in the wide receiver role. So let's go Ladd McConkey or Travis Hunter playing wide receiver.
Hey guys, a quick reminder to head over to patreon.com/the FF Dynasty to sign up for a free membership to get access to the free Discord channel. Or hit your boys with the $5 holler and get access to extra shows, mock drafts, roster reviews, ADP, and player pages. All for your pleasure.
I mean, I'm taking Ladd here. Am I crazy?
Oh, I love it. I have same. JSN
versus Travis Hunter. Is that the question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Give me Jackson Smith and a Jigba here.
Yep. How about Rome Odunze?
Dude, I love Rome. I know it was, I'll tell you what, his rookie season was exactly what I was anticipating. I knew he wasn't hitting I was pretty confident he wasn't going to hit 1,000 yards. I was pretty confident he was going to just be overshadowed by the other two big dogs. And for the most part, I was correct, right? And, still a fine rookie season, right? We're not looking at like a Treylon Burks or like a Sky Moore type of initial rookie season production. It was, I got to pull up the numbers, but I know that they were, much more than him just showing life. Especially down the stretch, he really looked like a legit dude. And here I am pulling up. Rome Odunze finishes with 54 catches, 734 yards, 3 touchdowns. Dude, come on. Like, this is perfectly acceptable. Playing with a rookie quarterback again and 2 legit wide receiving options in front of him. So
yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm sticking with Rome there as well. How about, let's go with a running back. How about James Cook or Travis Hunter?
Oh, that's interesting, man.
A lot of TDs this year for Cook. I think we're at 17 or something like that.
Yeah, it might have been even more. But who beat him? It was Jahmyr Gibbs, correct? I think Gibbs was the only
19,
one.
21, something like that. Some crazy number from old Gibbs there.
So the question is James Cook versus Travis Hunter, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
we've stuck with the players all this far. Are we getting to the rookie pick yet?
I still want to lean James Cook here, man. I just keep taking the veterans.
Yeah. How about Brandon Ayuk?
Oh my God, dude, stop. I love Ayuk. Got to take Brandon Ayuk, man. He's going to remind everybody. Another player, Casey, like you mentioned with Waddle, you mentioned it with Chris Olave. I think Brandon Ayuk fits that mold as well. He's just 1 year removed from 1,350 yards. He was the most efficient wide receiver in football. He's a dog, dude. He got paid. It was not a fluke by any means. I think he cracked 1,000 yards the year prior to last year too. So
yeah. Devonta Smith.
Okay. See, I think we're getting a little bit closer now. Devonta Smith versus Travis Hunter. That's a legitimate question. Wow. I'll tell you what. Can I move Devonta Smith to a team that has just passes the ball at a much higher rate? Because I'd probably still lean Devonta Smith if that were the case, but it's not. Still consistently has put up really good numbers throughout his entire career, and being, not the primary focus week in, week out. It's close. I guess give me Travis Hunter, but I think in reality, man, I would probably try to trade Travis Hunter and get Devonta. Like, if I could trade Travis Hunter at a 2 and get Devonta Smith in like a mid 1, I would do something like that.
So we've had Devonta Smith being wide receiver 29, wide receiver 9, wide receiver 19, and wide receiver 27 this past year. 68 receptions, 833 yards, 8 touchdowns.
He's a great player, man. Obviously, he was an absolute dog in college. He's not getting the targets, man. 3 of the 4 years in the NFL, he's failed to hit even 115 targets. Like, he just needs more volume. The only time he had over 115 targets, he had almost 1,200 yards and 95 catches. Like, he's a really good player.
Yeah, I like it.
He got paid.
Yeah. All right. Well, we found one there. How about DK Metcalf?
Ooh, give me DK, man. I'm still very much in on DK Metcalf. I think the fade's gone too far for him. JSN's gotten so much love, rightfully so. He's an awesome player, but I think DK is very, very, very good too. Sorry, you said Jameson Williams versus Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
Okay, so this might be the best question yet. Wow, the most sneaky, the most quiet 1,000-yard season in the NFL this year, right? Just what was it? 1,000 and right. Was it 1,001 yards for Jameson Williams?
Yep.
It was
91 targets, 58 receptions, 1,001 yards, and 7 touchdowns.
Dude, cracking the 1,000-yard mark on 58 catches, not bad. Wow. Casey, I think you got me here, man. I
think if I'm going full-time wide receiver, obviously landing spot dependent, I'll take Travis.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's close though.
Can we put him on? What team do we want to put Travis Hunter on, Casey? Where are we?
Giants.
Nah, they got Malik.
Yeah.
Let's do New England. All right.
They just take Travis Hunter off the rip.
Travis Hunter just falls to 4, and Drake May gets his guy.
There's no way New England wouldn't want to play corner. They love defense.
Yeah, dude. Christian Gonzalez with Travis Hunter. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Let's go to a guy who will be full-time wide receiver. And, I'm interested in this one with you here because I'm higher on him than you are. We can go Luther Burden III. And we can start right there with Jameson Williams or Luther Burden.
Wait, Casey, why do you say it like that every time, dude? What is that?
I don't know. Nothing. It just seems like it should be a very like gothic Luther Burden III.
Dude, because I was thinking about that.
Allan Poe or something.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like on to work or was going to work, and I'm like, why does Casey always say it like that? Like, is that from a movie or something? I don't know it.
Transylvania.
So. All right, sorry. What's the question? Luther Burden versus
Luther Burden. We'll start at Jameson Williams there, since that's where we kind of left off. And I don't. I think you have Travis higher than Luther. So
give me Jameson Williams.
It's Luther all day for me there, and I'll go backwards.
Really, dude?
I'll go backwards for you. I'll take Luther over Devonta Smith. I'll take Luther over DK Metcalf. I'll take Luther over Zay Flowers. How you like them apples?
I don't. Let me ask you why. I'm actually really surprised at that. I know you like Luther Burden, but I didn't think that you liked Luther Burden more than you're a huge Jameson Williams guy. And
yeah, I love Jameson. Love J-Mo, but
you've looked like a genius because you've had more patience than anybody I've ever met on him. And,
I'm a patient player. That's really, and that's, I try to come that, and I get it. People talk a lot of shit in the comments because but then, when it comes back around, you're like, when I do the research and I think somebody's good, I'll stick with it. Especially Jameson Williams was easy to stick with because it wasn't he wasn't doing anything on the field. He just wasn't on the field.
Well, you're still in on Preston Williams and who was Hakeem Butler. And
I did like Preston Williams.
There's still time for these guys. Don't worry, Traylon Burks
for sure. But you could realize you had to get off. The draft capital slipped on Hakeem, and then you could realize you had to get off Hakeem pretty quickly. There really weren't any reasons, and I will change at that point, right? But there was no reason for me to get off of JSN. There was no reason for me to get off of Jameson Williams. So I'll stay on, and I think Luther gives me the same excitement that like Zay Flowers did coming out as a rookie. Obviously didn't put up the numbers this year that you wanted him to, but those are just my favorite kind of guys. Those Yak Kings, the guys who move really well. I think you can, put him in the slot. He can win outside the slot. I think he comes up in big moments. I need to go back and do Tet because Tet has been at number 1 for a while, but Luther was right there for me at 2 as my second wide receiver. So I'm pretty high on Luther Burden there. All right. So we got to figure out where your tipping point is. So Josh Downs or Luther Burden?
Ooh, that's a good one, man. God, it's so tough because I seriously would take Josh Downs here if I could confirm that he had a better quarterback right? It's obviously it's the first thing that comes to mind.
And we have no idea what Luther's quarterback play is going to be, right?
Watch Luther go to the Colts at 14. Jeez. Yeah, I'd probably I think that Josh Downs is a better player. It does not mean that he's going to outscore him for fantasy purposes.
Luther Burden feels like a stealer.
Dude, I'm probably just an idiot. Give me Josh Downs. I'm probably dumb. I don't care.
Get him,
Josh. I love Josh Downs.
All right, DJ Moore or DJ Moore. Well, I'm assuming you have DJ Moore higher than Josh Downs. Or
yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Let's see here. Yourself, Ricky Pearsall or Luther Burden?
Dude, Pearsall looked good at the end of the season. Didn't he?
I mean, I'm a Niners guy. I thought so. I mean, giving him some burn.
No, I'd go Luther Burden here though.
Okay. All right.
Not that crazy.
All right. Let's move on to a running back. Let's go Treyveon Henderson, assuming he comes out, which I don't know why in the world he wouldn't come. Like, does he have eligibility left? I don't even know. I think he's, in the national television shot out of a cannon before halftime. Gave some casual dynasty players definitely some Treyveon Henderson pants tightness, I'm sure. Let's see where we're at with Treyveon here. Treyveon or Kenny Walker? Kenny 3 Sticks or Treyveon?
Ooh, wow. Dude, I think Ken Walker has got to be one of the most difficult evaluations I have this offseason, right? He's a player that I've liked in the past a ton. I still like him. but I just always find myself like just being a little bit lower on him than I expect to be. I don't want to put the word or the label like unreliable, but I feel more often than not, I get a little disappointed with him. And I'm just like, Ken, like, come on, man, you should be better. Should be a little more consistent. Like I know that he has it. I know it.
Right. When he's right and healthy, he's explosive and hard to tangle. And then he just feels like he gets hurt in a chunk and then it lingers. And then, so I feel you. I mean, I think his raw rushing ability is high level, but he just does seem to be fairly consistently banged up, which I try not to hold against guys, because anything, Keenan Allen's the best example of you want to label somebody as one thing and then they go for 5 years without having any big misses for a while, but doesn't seem to play all that well, super nicked. So I get it.
I think I'll tell you what, my gut makes me want to go lean Treyveon. I kind of want to hit that reroll button, and I'm not like panicking. I'm not giving up on Ken Walker. I just like Treyveon a lot, right?
Yeah. Jordan Addison versus Treyveon Henderson. Wow.
Casey, I hate when you do this, man. Got to use all of my brain here.
I'm going to go Treyveon on that one.
Dude,
I think.
Yeah, you don't even know, man. Jordan Addison's a damn good wide receiver. I'm happy that he was able to remind everybody, man.
I would say similar value in the rookie draft is, I mean, maybe Treyveon will really bump up, but I feel like they're going to both be that kind of mid-late first rounder, Addison and Henderson. So, but all Addison's done is catch a bunch of touchdowns his first year. Everybody hated on him, touchdown regression, and then had a ridiculous run on the back half of this season.
Yeah.
And was outstanding, showing that, one of the best twos in the league. I need to get a little deeper on, I've watched 3 Treyveon games and dug into the numbers, but the numbers get a little skewed because he's sharing a backfield, right?
So I think most people listening would say you take Treyveon here, right? Mm-hmm. Because when you think about this, Casey, Jordan Addison, can you get a first for him? Maybe a late first, but I feel like most leagues it would probably be like 2 early seconds for Jordan Addison. That's where I think consensus is at. I'm not saying I agree with that. And then you think of Treyveon Henderson, right? He's a first round pick in Dynasty in rookie drafts. Mm-hmm. So I think again, most people lean Treyveon here. I'm probably gonna go Jordan Addison, man. Right. I'm gonna lean Addison here. It's a good question.
All right, how about and you maybe Addison over this guy, but I wanted to go another running back, Chase Brown, new on the scene. Some people are concerned, but Chase Brown had a hell of a back end of the year here after we saw an injury to Zach Moss, but putting up some big boy numbers, pretty much an RB1 from week 9 on, essentially 26, 22, 19, 24, 26. Then had a 13 and a 13, and then obviously got a little banged up at the end of that Denver game, I believe it was.
So this is Chase Brown versus Treyveon Henderson, correct?
Correct.
Like a simple reminder, he had literally 1,900 yards his final year at Illinois. Like just disgusting.
And he showed his pass catching chops, man. He was an excellent pass catcher this year. I would assume that Moss is still there with another year on his contract, so I'm going to assume you'll get a mix of those guys back together. But I would have to assume that Joe Burrow would cape a little bit for what Chase Brown did on the back half of that season, that he wants that guy to be front and center for him. So
Chase Brown just felt like an automatic 20 fantasy points every single week down the stretch. Did. It was. I know it wasn't quite there. It might have been closer to
pretty much there
17-point range, but I just felt like every week, dude. I thought he was a must start. Like, dude, I almost felt more confident starting him over like a Derrick Henry or somebody down the stretch, because he was just automatic, man. He was money. But there's a little part of me that's a little stubborn, and I'm almost like, Chase Brown, can you replicate this? Like, show me again, right? Like, a lot of people are probably saying the same stuff with Puka after year 1. It was like, cool, Puka, we get it. You're a dog. Do it again. And then he did it again. And Chase Brown's probably going to do it again.
I think he would do it again as long as the usage allows him to do it, which maybe it starts a little slow because maybe they do have 2 guys and it's early in the season and you're trying to keep him fresh. But he's also so explosive. Like, he's big. He's fast enough to make your day in one play as well. So, even when Zach Moss was out there, like you look at the beginning of the season, it starts a little slow because the usage wasn't really there at all, right? His snap percentage was down in the 20s to 30s. And then he goes up to 40 week 4 in Carolina and puts up 23 points. Goes up to 62% in week 6 against the Giants, 14 points. 33% in week 5 against Baltimore, 16.4 points. So even at some points, and I don't know exactly where Zach Moss went. I know they were in and out a little, and then Moss was out completely, but so still able to put up some big plays. So Chase Brown and Treyveon Henderson to end the day here.
I really want to lean Treyveon Henderson here. I think, right, Casey, you nailed it. Like the biggest question, it's what does Zach Moss do next year, right? What's the snap percentage look like? Now that the genie's kind of out of the bottle, they know what Chase Brown is truly and fully capable of, right? I'm sure they knew a lot prior, but once he had to be the guy, they're like, oh, like he can really carry this team, So
yeah,
give me Treyveon though.
All right, I like it, Treyveon. I think I'm going to go Chase Brown there, but it's close, and I might change as the more and more I dig in on Treyveon. We're early in the process here, so this is a lot of fun. Always a fun, to talk about fake football and rookies, and this is the most time of year. There's so much speculation and presumption and what's going on, and that's what makes this so much fun. Austin, man, let the people know where they can catch you on the Twitters.
Absolutely. At Austin Abbott FF. I post content every single day. Just want to provide value. Just happy to talk ball. That's really all there is to it, man. Always love coming on the FFD. Love chopping it up, man. Love talking about the rookies. This draft class, we are getting even closer. What is it? 98 days now away from
97, I think.
97. God, gotta be better. But we're getting there, man. We're getting there one day at a time. Yeah. This draft class is growing on me a little bit more, like it always does, right? As we get closer, East-West Shrine Bowl, Senior Bowl, right? Yeah. Obviously, the NFL Combine, the most important day ever, right?
Of course.
That's the only thing that matters in the evaluation process. Yes, sir.
That's Bucky Irving.
Yeah, dude, a dog. RB1 in the 2024 class.
And ask Kyron Williams and Puka Nacua and, So anyway, lots of good stuff and good information. Keep it locked and loaded. Make sure you go follow Austin. You can follow us at the FF Dynasty on Twitter. I'm Casey. He's Austin. You can catch a $5 holler or the free Discord. There's probably a link in the bio. If you're listening on Player Profiler, make sure you hop over to our feed, the FF Dynasty feed, because we'll put out shows over there earlier and sometimes some just shows that go on just our feed. So make sure you're following both of those feeds at the same time. Go follow the FF Dynasty feed wherever you get your podcast if you're a Player Profiler follower, and that's where you get this podcast. So you can get shows up to 2 to 3 to 4 days earlier, and sometimes some shows that don't come out over there. So appreciate you guys. $5 holler if you're really enjoying the content, and you get extra shows that way. And we got ADP we got rankings out, we got rookie rankings we're working on, and we got a rookie draft kit that we're putting together as well. So stay locked and loaded here, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.